So another case study of a Gemini South Node, Sagittarius North Node, Pisces rising. And the Gemini South Node is in the third Gemini house. So that just adds more Gemini to it. But I said, you were born into a world of car situations, car traumas, car professionals, siblings, community. You break down the little pieces. You might even be paralyzed and crippled by community, by short walks and trips because you're moving into foreign affairs. You're moving from student to teacher. You're moving from a world where you bridle your speech to where you talk your shit, to where you free yourself from things. You're moving into a world of freedom. Gemini can be nervous and a bit neurotic. Sag it flies free. So you're moving into a world of lawyers. You're moving from a world of elementary school and students and school-age people. You're moving into a world of professors, college, lawyers. She is a lawyer. So she tells me, yes, she grew up with siblings, aunties, uncles. Her brother was a mechanic. But I see her IC is in Gemini too, at a Gemini degree. I'm like, you have so much past life associated with Gemini. Your South Node is your past life, but your IC, that's the cusp of the third and fourth house. The IC opposes the MC. The IC is Cancer, the MC is Capricorn, but the IC tells you the trauma you carry from your female lineage. So if you look at the rough parts of your mom's life, the trauma that your grandma went through, your great-grandma, you'll see your IC. And I said, your IC is in Gemini at a Gemini degree. And she's like, oh my God, my mom got into a car accident at the age of 15. Was 15 a Gemini number, an age of cars? Why do you think we drive at about 15, 16? She said, my mom got into a car accident at 15 and that got her addicted to pills. So I'm like, I can carry your IC from your mother to you. Your mom, the Gemini IC, a car accident, okay, got her addicted to pills. IC and then the Pisces rising. But with the chart holder, I said, your mom being addicted to pills probably provoked her or, made her susceptible to verbal abuse. She's afflicted by a pill addiction. So now she's verbally abusing you and your IC manifests with you personally as being verbally abused by your mother and being locked in your mind and tearing down your feelings and making in short circuit in your brain, tearing up the trauma, trying to perfect it. I said, for your mother, it was a car accident. For you, it's being verbally Gemini abused, Pisces rising. It's dealing with your mind being incredibly locked in on your trauma and tearing your mind up, Gemini, assessing your traumas. And then she said something to me. This is why I let people talk. She said, I burn my brain out, like breaking down my traumas. She said, I try to tear it down to the little pieces and I just blow up. I said, oh my God. You're talking about your Gemini South Node Sag. Gemini Sag, that's the axis of seizures. That's the axis of going crazy. Sag is wild, crazy, mutinous energy, okay? And I said, you come from a world with the Gemini, and then I said, wait a minute. Your Pisces rising squares your North and South Node. A part of your journey from South and North Node is gonna include your rising, but it's gonna include that square to your rising. So you're gonna have tensions with trauma and mental health and your psychic sense and feelings and words as they pertain to feelings. And I said, you tried to break down your traumas. You're rooted in that Gemini. You tried to break it down to little pieces, and then the computer shorted. She said, oh my God, yeah. I said, yeah, because you're moving into a world of freeing yourself from your traumas. The Sag North Node square the Pisces rising. And I said, just to validate this, do you do assault or harassment law? She said, yeah, I do employment law and I deal with harassment and assault. And she's like, what? I said, yes, because you're a Sag North Node. Sag is lawyers, okay? Pisces is assault and abuse. I am a Pisces 9th house, okay? The 9th house is the Sag house. She has Sag and Pisces associated. I have Sag and Pisces associated with my Pisces 9th Sag house. I was sexually harassed and fired and had to go to the EEOC. So I use my life too. I make people feel safe. I said, it's okay. I said, you're kind of meant to burn your brain out thinking about your traumas to teach you to stop doing that. But you're a Gemini South Node, you're going to do it a few times, but it's how you learn to walk into that Sag North Node squaring your Pisces. And not everybody has the same relationship with their rising. I'm a Virgo South Node, Cancer rising. Okay, that's my little blessing. My Virgo South Node sextile, my Cancer rising. My hell and my tribulations are in a different part of my chart. But hers was this square between her nodes and her rising. And I was like, you're learning to free yourself of your traumas, but you're going to do it in a computery way first. But you're moving into a world of Sag, just breaking free and flying free. And I suggest certain things just to verify because I'm really humble in my chart readings. I need you to feel it. So I said, with your Gemini South Node squaring your Pisces rising, your very words are energy to you. When somebody talks to you, you feel the energy behind the words. The words don't even matter. I said, you always talking about, but she's like, I'm always telling people how their words are their mind and their words. When you have, I'm a Gemini 12th house. Words, baby, your words, you can be talking about cars and that'll tell me about your trauma. Okay, your words speak very differently when you're a Pisces Mercury, Gemini 12th house. But I also said Gemini squaring Pisces, addicted, abusive, or alcoholic siblings or cousins, Gemini that work in hospitals. She said, oh my God, my siblings are alcoholics. I said, yeah. And I realized that when people come to me for readings, they're at a crossroads in life, which I love. That means you came to me during, a really impactful, hard part of your life for me to help you with. And she had just entered therapy and she was just dealing. It's so crazy how I see it in real life. Your Gemini South Node computer broke your trauma down and now you need to free yourself from it and you need a little bit of help and you got therapy and you called me. You're moving into that Sag North Node of freedom. I said, you're going to be really happy, free grandma, traveling all over the place. You're going to look back and see how you were a neurotic, whatever, and you're going to see how free you are. But this is what it takes. And then her Saturn is retrograde at 0 degrees in Pisces in the 12th house. Okay, that's like 3 times Pisces. You got to factor in the degree and the concentration of energy and how energy adds up. If you have a Mars at 25 degrees, that's double Mars energy. A Mars at 13 degrees, a Mars degree, that's like having a Taurus placement in the 2nd Taurus house. But with her Saturn retrograde, I said your parents are retrograde. So you either had to parent your parents, you had to parent your parents and their traumas and their addictions, or your parents had no feelings and they told you to work, work, work. I said, but with yours retrograde in the 12th house, transcending boundaries, that shit we talk is real. You had other parents parenting you. And she smiled and she said, oh my God, yeah, my friend's parents felt more like my parents. I said, it was supposed to be that way. They were your parents in a past life, sent to parent you here. That's what Saturn in Pisces at 0 degrees in the 12th house, retrograde. Oh yeah, your parents ain't your parents. Other people's parents are.